Anna, what's up?
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, welcome. So it says
Thank
here,
you.
Moff says that you don't agree that you'll share a high value man. So is this a disagreement with something that I've said, or is this just a statement?
No.
Okay.
I think he asked me like what was one thing that stood out, and it did
Uh,
stick in my brain from the show that I did with the other show, Fresh
okay.
and Fit. And you heard if you heard any of it, I agreed with almost everything that they talk upon with regards to the women that lack empathy, etc., etc.
Mm,
One thing I will not do, and I don't. There's no justification behind it. This is just also my personal perspective. In my culture, the way we operate, women definitely do not openly share. And when I say openly, unfortunately, the men are known to cheat in my culture, but we
mm,
don't openly share. And
mm,
we're not bred or brought up to say, okay, yeah, welcome 4 or 5 different women.
mm.
It's just
What's your
not
culture?
going to happen.
What's your
So
culture?
my
Where are you
background
from?
is Basque, Scottish, and Cuban.
Basque.
The Basque country, north of Spain and France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Territory, is it? Or a kingdom?
Yes, it's a region. Yeah.
Oh,
They've
okay.
always, I mean, if you're from there, they've always been, fighting, so on and so forth, to
Yeah,
separate themselves, which is why it's called Basque Country.
got it.
But yes, it is. It's attached to and a part of Spain and France. So
Yeah,
that's just the one
that's
thing that I didn't agree with Myron. And I again, it's personal preference. I'm not good at sharing, and I don't feel like I need to. For me,
yeah. Let me ask you a
all
question
I
about that
hear
though.
is drama. That just says drama.
Yeah,
I'm not good.
so that's a talking point that you'll hear from a lot of the Mano Swamp type of creators where they're like high value men, should be able to cheat or they should be able to get away with it, blah, 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 sort of thing. And I think the part that's missing. So you said that, what did you say exactly? Something along the lines of you don't openly do it, right?
So yeah, so in our culture, we protect the house, and the husband or the man of the house always knows, and this is something we were brought up with. And
Mm.
again, it's not that we openly accept it; it's just understood that as long as the house is, you know, kept
Preserved.
safe and it's reserved, then no one can obviously permeate through the walls, and it's not a glass house, so on and so forth.
Mm.
We're good. We're golden. We have to stay strong.
Mm.
If any woman can come and basically blow down our house, it's like a house of cards. So it was always known that men in our culture will cheat, have a mistress,
Right.
have their second home. Sometimes but they're never gonna leave or put that woman first before the primary wife. It's just
Okay.
not the case.
You
Now
wouldn't be
he's
excited
referring to.
about that, but you would be okay with that.
It's not that I would be okay or not okay. The point is I cannot control everything a man's gonna do. He's
Mm.
gonna do whatever he wants. And the more power, the more money, and the more status he has, it comes with the territory. So
Mm.
going as far as saying, you're a movie star, you're an A-lister, and these girls think that they're gonna date someone and be the only girl on his roster, that's
Mm.
what you don't understand. You're on a roster.
Mm.
So the more money, the more status, the more likely he's going to have you times 20 times 100. For me, that's why they ask, oh, would you go for a mediocre man? It's not going for a mediocre man or settling. It's I know where I stand. I know I'm first of all right now. I know I'm older, but even
Mm.
when I was as young as the other girl Gabriela was, I've
Mm.
always been this way. I've always dated older men, even when I was in my early 20s. I've always been more attracted to the brain, and I've
Mm.
always been a sapiosexual person. That's a whole other
Sapiosexual?
subject.
Okay, explain what a sapiosexual is.
Sapiosexual for me, it's I'm turned on by the brain, and I've always been attracted to someone's passion for knowledge and the success of their passion. So for me, if I see a man in power, I'm completely attracted to that, and
So
I have
it's
to be careful.
so it's not that you're attracted to his brain, that you're more attracted to his influence and his status then, right?
Well, for me, I consider success the power of the brain. So the more intelligent they are, for me, I consider that to be more successful and powerful.
Okay. How old are you, Anna?
41 now.
Okay. And you said you've dated a lot of older guys. Have
Yeah.
they all cheated on you? Like, have you guys?
No, not all of them. The majority have. So my picker's always been off. So definitely, I would never be able to give that type of advice. The only thing I can tell you is I've learned what I do not want, and I definitely do not want someone in my culture. It's just I already know what they're like, and that's what I stay away from. Latinos, not I don't do well with them.
Mm.
I prefer American men, and the ones that I haven't cheated, unfortunately, I just haven't been in the right time in my life. It hasn't been the right chapter in my life, so it's been unfortunate.
So let me pose a scenario to you. You meet a guy, he ticks off all the boxes. He's boom, 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 boom. Okay, he's got them all. You guys move in together. You've got a household, right?
Okay.
You're now living together. He sometimes steps out. He doesn't do it to embarrass you. He doesn't take some random mistress to a restaurant that he takes you to. He won't take her anywhere where one of your friends might see it and takes a picture and texts you and says, "Hey, Anna, look who he's with over here. Look what he's doing." He doesn't go out of his way to embarrass you, right? But he comes home to you. He loves you. He takes care of everything, takes care of the kids, all this sort of stuff. Is that a problem for you? Is that something that you would be, I mean, you would be excited about it, but would you proceed? Would you stay with him?
Depends on the it depends on the circumstances. Do we have children? Children for me are more of a priority to this legacy. And unfortunately, yeah, let's say what?
Let's say you guys have kids.
I would have to weigh out the situation for sure. I would definitely have to weigh out the situation. I mean,
takes care of you, takes care of the house, pays the bills.
I would be lying to you. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say for sure I would not take him back. I'd be lying because I don't know.
So like, here's the thing, right? Because sharing a guy knowingly, being embarrassed about it, that's the part that seems to get the gals, right? Is you don't want to be embarrassed.
I don't want the drama. I'm not good with drama.
You don't want the drama. You don't want some girl showing up at your front door, knocking on it, going, pregnant with his baby, right?
No, I don't.
Right. So it's the embarrassment factor.
For me, absolutely. I have a sense of pride, and I'm okay with making sure that the house is always protected. I can't teach my kids to not follow in that footsteps. I can't teach my kid to be strong based on lies.
It's interesting.
It'll be a lie.
Because I have a chapter in my book where I talk about things like monogamy and non-monogamy and stuff like that. And it's like, throughout history, the most successful guys have always had access to more women because they're successful, right? And we know that women, like, I'm sure you have girlfriends that would rather date a married guy than to be with a loser that lives in his mom's basement, right? Because
I'm not going to reference that subject because that was a whole other subject. Yeah, but yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying, like, all the men in my family, again, when I say they're successful, I don't know what they've done. I don't know if they've stepped out. Do I doubt that they have or haven't, or have thought about it, or have had maybe some conversations, or they've been attracted? I don't know. Is it likely? Probably. The probability is extremely high. Extremely high.
So women don't get excited if it's overt. If it's rubbed in your face, if you come home and there's another woman's panties in your bed. I mean, if you see like a hair somewhere, don't bring
anything to my house.
Right.
Don't bring anything to my house.
There's plenty of house.
This universe keeps on getting larger. There's plenty of women and men. Go somewhere else.
Don't bring any diseases home.
Don't bring any diseases. For me, like I said to
embarrass me.
Yeah. For me, it's a health risk because I have a house with children and myself. And I also do not want to have to explain things when a child should just be living as a child. Learn what you need to learn, which is learn survival, learn to be a kid, learn how to be a teenager, learn how to be a young adult, learn how to respect your authorities, and go from there. But if you don't know how to handle that, how can you teach your kid one thing from one side of your face and then show them something else from the other side of your face? It's very difficult to do. Very difficult.
Do you have children from a past marriage?
No, but every single person that I've dated on a serious, like that I've taken very seriously and considered marriage, have had children. Even when I was extremely young, my ex had an 18-year-old and I was in my early 20s, which is extremely difficult to do. And then the one that didn't have children, he had cancer, and our conversations were more about, if we do have children, what are we looking at? Are we looking at you passing it to them? Am I going to be a widow? My level of conversation has always been a little different. So I can't expect everyone to understand how I think. So to answer all of your questions, I'm a little bit on another level with regards to how I guess, had my experiences dealt to me on the cards that I've been dealt.
But I mean, like at the end of the day, humans aren't very good at monogamy. We're kind of
Nope.
monogamish. We're more of a one person at a time sort of species, right?
That is I think that's the best way to see it. It's definitely one person at a time. I've always told girls that guys can love a lot of women, but women are not built that same way.
Exactly. And I mean, like, see, here's the thing. Like, the argument goes, I don't want to share a guy, but in the past, you've definitely shared guys. As have a lot of women, most women, in fact. It's very, very rare that you're going to get a guy and a gal that pair bond, have intimacy, get married, have a family, and they never share their bodies with anybody else. It's very rare now. Today,
I call bullshit. Anybody's ever said that?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it happens in some strong religious cultures.
Really, I was gonna say strong religious cultures and
backgrounds, maybe things like that. You know, certain parts of the world.
But I was gonna say, certain regions, like maybe in Greenland, maybe in Antarctica.
Well, they're pretty promiscuous up in Greenland and Iceland.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're very promiscuous in those cultures, especially in Iceland.
This is new to me.
Iceland is the single mommy capital of the world outside of the United States.
What is it?
Iceland. It's one of the single mommy capitals of the world, where there's a lot of women that have a lot of kids from different fathers. Anyway, so the point that you kicked off was, you know, that you're not down with sharing, but you're okay with sharing, provided it's not rubbed in your face, there's no disease, you're not embarrassed, and you've got a strong relationship with a guy. It's not an ongoing thing, right? Like, it's not like Goodfellas, where it's like Saturday nights with Anna and Friday nights with the girlfriend.
No. What I mean, and this is because I've been through this, where I had to decide, am I going to be able to deal with this? Because if I forgive him, I'm walking down the slippery slope of he'll probably do it again. So I'm not one to say, okay, go ahead, you're gonna have your fun and you're gonna have your hall pass constantly or once a month. No, not at all. It's if he slips and we get past it, great. If it makes us stronger, awesome. Do I think I'm gonna leave him if he messes up? Probably not. If he's extremely successful with the way I love men to just be super successful, it's what attracts me to them. It's something that's going to come with the territory. Now, am I going to, like I said, am I going to be happy with him having me and then another chick permanently? I'm not sure I'm good with it anymore. I'm at an age where I'm just, and it's not even that I'm old. It's just, I'm at an age where I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. So yes, it might be a lonely road, but I mean, thank God I look
at 40 right now.
Okay. Now what?
What is your dating strategy at 40 right now? Like, what are you looking for?
Let's see. My dating strategy is definitely where I have a longer list of what I will not put up with. And with everything that I've experienced and everyone that I've learned from and everything that I learned from, I always end up offering more. And my network and the net worth of my network always brings more value. So my valuation of the quality has shifted to where, can I hang out with this person and care?
Okay, so let's do a little bit of a sales pitch here, right? Okay, because we've got your Instagram here at the bottom. Okay, so Anna is single. So what is it that you bring to the table for a man today?
Today, the only thing I know for a fact that I bring more than most chicks is my experience and knowledge of the no fucking drama. I don't do drama. 2 is my family are very well known in this city, so that's always a plus, because that last story you talked about, there's no fucking way I'm gonna live with someone's mother. I'm just not gonna do it. Second, let's see, third on the list is what I just said, the network of people for opportunities for the different sectors of business. I could probably introduce them to somebody that will do business with them.
Okay, but let me just stop you for a sec. So you're talking about no drama, you're talking about boundaries, but you haven't really said what you bring to the table, though.
I bring to the table, let me see. You want me to be very frank? I'm extremely good in bed. Let's see.
So is every other woman, Anna.
I don't care about them. I care about me. You asked about me. I really don't care about them. Okay. I could give 3 fucks about them. I care about what I bring to the table, and if they're willing to sit across me.
Than other women. So I'm just wondering, what the extra umph is, that you're offering men today.
The extra umph, the one thing I don't like, drama. Drama for me is a big thing, and they don't realize it until they have it in their face constantly. Because that's what they do. That's why they also change girls. As soon as they're drama, they go to the next one.
No, but I
Can't
mean,
deal with the
you
next one.
do realize though that you're not bringing anything new or different to the table than what other women do. Like every woman will say, "I'm the best in bed." Every woman will say,
Oh no, I didn't say that.
especially
Didn't say that.
over the age of about 35, 40, they start saying things like, "I don't do drama," right? So you're not bringing anything new to the table here. I mean, I'm trying to sell you to my audience, Anna, right? Like we got your Instagram.
No, you're fine. The thing is, one thing I can't lie to you is I'm not obviously at the age that most of the guys that your audience would want. So I've already dealt with all that, and I'm never going to lie to them. I'm not for everyone. I am not going to perceive myself or lie to myself saying I'm the best out there, because no one's, they're still looking. Guys are always going to be looking. And even what they think is the best, they're still going to always be looking. So I'm never going to be worried that I'm bringing something more or better than the next girl. I could give 3 fucks about what she's bringing. The person that likes me is going to like me, and I'm fine with that. If they don't like me, go to the next girl, and I'll literally point you in the right direction. I'm going to make the man that I'm with feel like an alpha. And I'm going to make sure that he has no problems until the day he wants to leave. And that's it. I just know that I'm good. I can cook. I can clean. I can do laundry. I'm good in bed. I may not be the best, because I don't know what the best is. And I don't know if my best might be best to him. But other than that, no kids, no baggage. That's a good thing.
That's good.
And at my age, for my age. And let's see, I probably can help them with their business. Most chicks can't do that at my age because they're too selfish. Most of them are. I don't know.
What do you do
Give
for
me
a living,
something.
Anna?
Why don't you do this? Why don't you give me a checklist, and I'll tell you the truth if I fit it or don't fit it for what a guy considers the 1%er.
Well, let's let the suitors DM you that. So last question I have for you is, what do you do for a living?
So I source raw land for commercial developer, so industrial, and then I also do a lot of consulting on the side for people that don't know how to run their business because they're running it into the ground. And then the fitness modeling, I had to stop it after I had an odd accident close to a year ago, and I got hit in the head, so I had to deal with that.
Okay. All right, fellas, if you dig Anna's vibe, there's her Instagram. Hit her up. She's single. She's single and ready to mingle. All right, boys.
You are terrible. You're horrible. But thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Anna.
Bye.
Yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here. And pinned down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.